Hey everybody, it's Nicole. So, for those of you who came to my live yesterday, you saw that I poured a couple more crochet hooks and then this tile here, but I used a different kind of white. I actually used a white pigment to see if, you know, it comes out a little different or whatever. And then the colors I used was like a peachy color, and then like a nice, well, it looks like a nice sea green color, but in the bottle it looks like turquoise. So we're going to go ahead and unmold it. You guys helped me pick out the size of the hooks, and it was messy. And the thing is that, like I had said, the hook portion is the part that's the hardest. And so we are going to unmold and see how it all came out. So if you remember the first 4 that I poured, each hook got progressively better because this was my first pour. So this one is the 5mm. As you can see, there is no hook on that one, because I thought that it would flow right into the hook portion without any sort of moving of the resin, that it would automatically, fill as such. Obviously, it did not. And part of the problem is the fact that there is an air bubble in that portion of the mold, and you have to actually do a lot of squeezing of the actual hook portion to get the bubbles out so that the resin can go in. So it took maybe a good 15-20 minutes, maybe longer than that, just to get each hook poured. So it's a very long process. So these are the ones that I did from my first attempt, and so I thought that they came out pretty good. They're, nice and solid as far as the resin goes. So each one is colored slightly different. And then so these molds, or these hooks, are also colored slightly different. So this one, I believe, is it's the electric blue, and then this darker blue color, and then there's this darker blue, just a solid color, and then this one has parakeet green. I don't remember what the other color green is called, and then the ash black, which is not a just like straight out black opaque color. It's got a bit of silver color in it. So let's unmold them first, and then we'll unmold the tile next. Okay, so this is the one that I'm worried about the most because of the size of the hook. It is really, really, really tiny. So we're going to unmold it and do my best to get that hook portion out, and hope that I don't rip the hook off of the body of the hook itself. So, because I had checked throughout the rest of the day as the resin started to cure and get a little thicker, to see if, I can get the resin to fill in to the hook itself. Because it's with the smaller hooks, I've noticed it's really difficult to see the air bubbles. So and I don't want to like yank on the mold because I don't want it to rip, because the smaller the mold is, like this mold, the more delicate it is. And I, then I would have paid for the mold for nothing. I would have to buy another set. And I have 10 molds of different sizes. Okay, so you can see that I did get the hook, but it did not fill completely. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna lower this so that I can see. Sorry about that. What I'm showing you. So, while it was a lot more successful, so this one is a 4mm, so it's a smaller hook. So, so this is the 5, this is the 4. So obviously this is a fail. And then this is much better. So I know a couple of you have suggested like a skinny syringe of some sort, or an eyedropper. I will try that in my next go around, because like I said, I want to be able to sell these. And then so this feels like it's still needing a bit more time in curing, and that's fine. I will just let it sit out, but I do like the colors and how it came out. So if you can see there, the hook, like the hook is there, so that is definitely thumbs up as far as that go. And speaking of thumbs up, if you do like my content, whether it's pre-recorded videos like this, or my lives or whatever, if you could hit the subscribe button, notification, and then also leave a comment down below, and then also give me a thumbs up. It helps me get out there to everybody else who maybe don't know who I am, because I am trying to reach my next milestone, which is 1,500. So yeah, like I said, this one is, in my eyes, a movement forward, and I do love the colors. They did come out gorgeous together. So I do think that the best way to work these molds is to get the hook portion filled first, and then worry about the body of the hook secondary, because of the fact that, it does take time and effort to get this portion filled. So I am happy, because that, it's a step forward, especially when you consider that this is a small hook. So I don't know if you can see or not the size of the hook. But once I do, once I am comfortable with everything, I will use some sort of paint or whatever to get so that you can see the size of the hook. Okay, so next one is this blue one here. And again, I don't want to just like, yank on it, because I don't want to rip my molds. So I'm trying to get this out without doing that, because once that happens, it's done. And I have to say that when it comes to these molds, they do stand up pretty well on its own. I know some of you suggested that I try to find some things to keep them from rolling. There is this kind of support. That's what these are for. They're supports for the molds. Most molds have them, and to hold on, you know, when you pour the resin, so it doesn't like go all over the place. So it does have a pretty sturdy support so that it does not roll, because that was the other thing that I was concerned about, that it would roll all over the place, and that it would not come out at all, and that the, you know, exercise of trying to make these would be absolutely futile. So sorry, I'm still trying to get the mold off without ripping it. Because yes, I have ripped molds and ripped them in half, and then that's just money down the drain. Even if it's just a couple of bucks for a mold, it's kind of like with yarn. You might see, you know, a particular colorway or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just maybe come back and get it another time, and then maybe they discontinue it, or you just can't find it anywhere. So which is why sometimes if I find a mold that I like and I know that it's something that I will use and it's not crazy expensive, I will purchase it rather than just wait. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this, and I'm going to, rather than have me like sit in silence while I fight with this mold, I will pause it and bring you back on the other side once I get the hook out. Okay, so I went ahead and I unmolded both of the other hooks. So this is the one that is that pretty dark blue, and this is a 6mm, and I think that the hook came out fantastic. I don't know where this white, oh, I know where the white came from. It came from one of the pigments, but that's, I can easily sand that away. I'm gonna have to sand this anyway, because there's this edge on the hook. But as you can see, there's the hook. You can see what size it is here. At least I hope you can see it on the camera. So I don't know what, let me know what you think. And again, this one is, it's still in need of a little bit more curing. Probably a couple more days and it'd be good. And then the last one is the electric blue with this color, this blue. And this one is a 6.5, and this one came out the best. It's got the hook is definitely a lot better, and I am loving the color because, well, blue is my favorite color. So definitely a way better improvement on these hooks. And so yeah, we'll keep on practicing. I know you guys like seeing this kind of stuff while I try out new things. And so I will try and make maybe another one of these smaller size hooks to see, what else I can do to make it so that the hook is fully formed. So yeah, I think definite success. So we went from this with no hook, and then this one has a hook, but it's not completely all the way full, to this, where the hooks are pretty well formed. Well, okay, so this one, yeah, sort of iffy. The hook isn't quite fully formed. Let's see, it's like this one. Let me see if it's the same size. This one is a 5.5. And this one is, you see, this one is a 6. And this one has a Petri look in it. So there's that. So as you can see, the hook portion isn't quite formed, but definitely better. And then this one is a 6.5, and I did another 6.5. So this is the one that I poured, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And then this is the one that I poured like a couple of days ago. So I think I've gotten the larger hooks pretty much well down pat. So I am actually pleased with these. These came out really nice. I love the colorways on both of them. And then there's this one. This one is the 6mm, and also this one, love the way it came out. These ones just need to sit a little bit more so that it is cured. All right, so now here's another coaster or tile, whatever you want to call it. And I used turquoise and this like peachy color, along with this white pigment that's supposed to help, or like does a better job at making those 3D resin blooms. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmold it. And then, so this is the part that I, poured. And let's see how it came out. So this is what it looks like, when I was when I poured the clear, and then put the alcohol inks, and then put the white in the pastry bag and did my swirling. And I believe there's other techniques that where you can like draw the white in different shapes, and then it does its thing. So let's see what the other side looks like. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, I am loving this look. This is about as close to a 3D bloom that I have gotten to turn out. Although I am not mad with the other tiles that I poured, this by far is the best one that I have done. So yeah, I'm happy. I love this. I love that even though I used that like turquoise color, it actually kind of looks like this bluish gray color. So let me see if I can find the other tiles that I poured. Okay. All right. So I've got this one, and you can, you know, with these tiles, you can use them either way. So like this way or that way. Both of them are beautiful on either side. And this, you can kind of see on the sides what it looks like. And then I think I did, which one was it? I think I did this one next. And it's got this green color and the color ash with the white, that's alcohol ink. So I'm loving that color. I know a lot of you really like that green. And then, let me see. I want to see. And this one is still on the bendy side. So I don't know. I may keep this out of the sale just because it's been sitting outside of the mold for more than like 3 or 4 days, and it has still not hardened all the way. So I may just use it for me. I would not want anybody to have this unless they really want it, and then I can just I would sell it for a couple of bucks, because I mean it's still fine. It serves its purpose. Is, you know, you can put it as a coaster or whatever, and what you would do is when you would receive it, just put it on a flat surface, because and then it will it'll flatten out. It should anyway. So so there's this one, and then this gorgeous one is a slightly different color of green. So let's see. So as you can see, it's, you know, you got the green and then the black and then the white, kind of, you know, alcohol ink just kind of does its own thing. And then we've got this one. By far my favorite. This one is definitely my favorite one. It did achieve that look. So, I don't know. I think definitely for sure it'll be this one, and this one, because they are cured. I just need to do the sanding. I've just been really exhausted lately. I've been having to do a bunch of things and testing and whatever. So, which is part of the reason why I had to push it back. Because I have a lot of stuff that needs to be sanded and glazed to get, you know, like the sharp edges off. And then okay, sorry, my phone said it was out of memory. So anyway, definitely going to be doing these 3. I've got some sanding to do on my other pieces. And then probably next week at some point, I will be showing you what's ready to go, and or not what's ready to go, how much everything is priced. And then we will do the live. And like I said, there is absolutely no obligation to buy a single thing. I will offer a couple of custom slots, and then yeah, and then if a couple of my mods can come and help me out to keep track of things, that would be great. And then all the rules and everything will be explained at the beginning of the sale, along with the pre-recorded version, so that you guys know how everything will work as far as payment and the time I will need to ship everything. So so yeah, keep an eye out for all of that stuff. And then of course, after that, we'll probably do a couple more resin pouring, and then I will, you know, maybe do this as a monthly thing. I'm not 100% sure. It just depends on my amount of energy level. And yeah. So I hope you guys liked the way this tile turned out, and that you guys are excited as much as I am about the crochet hooks, and hoping that they all work. Like I said, I will test them myself, and then I will test them on camera with you guys, so you can see that they work just fine. And because obviously I'm not going to sell you something that doesn't work. And then yeah, so in the meantime, again, if you could hit that subscribe button and the notification button, along with giving me a thumbs up and a comment down below, that would be great, because I am trying to reach 1,500. And don't forget about the Ohana Appreciation Live, because I've got a lot of fun things planned for everybody. And so until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.